Good evening, Knights fans. Welcome to today's game at East Penn Middle School. Today's game pits Central Penn College, or Christendom College, against your Central Penn College Knights. Prior to today's game, we would like to take time to recognize our seniors. First, please help us celebrate number 1, Isaac Calloway. Isaac is accompanied tonight by his mother and father, Mary Grace and Keon Calloway. Isaac is an IT major who has been a member of the basketball team for 2 seasons. During his time at Central Penn, he has been recognized as a Dean's List student for several terms. Athletically, Isaac is a 2-time USCAA Academic All-American. His favorite memory at CPC, playing a D1 game at App State. After graduation, Isaac hopes to get a job in the IT field and help his brother coach high school basketball. His final message to his teammates and fans is, thank you to all my teammates for always being supported on and off the court. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for number 1, Isaac Calloway! Next up, we have number 5, Khalil Khalil is accompanied by Kelly Sterling, Ryan Tucker, and Andre Dukes. Khalil is a business administration major who has been a strong leader of the basketball program for 3 seasons. During his time at Central Penn, Khalil is a 2-time Dean's List student and a member of the athletic student staff. Athletically, Khalil is a CPC Freshman of the Year award winner, CPC Most Valuable Teammate, and a 2-time team captain. His favorite memory at CPC was playing at Oregon State and having all his friends and family watching him perform on the Division I floor. He also says he'll never forget how he coached Penn his first win of his college coaching career against Bucks County Community College earlier this year. After graduation, Khalil plans to start his overseas career or start his coaching career. His final message to his teammates and fans is, I thank you for welcoming me and allowing me to reach my goals. To my teammates, thank you for the memories, the grind, and the brotherhood. I couldn't have asked for a better group to share this journey with. It was a war, and it was an honor to go to war with you guys. I'm forever grateful, and let's finish the season out strong together. To Coach Penn, I can be your all-time thank you and appreciate you for choosing me and never giving up on me. It means a lot to have you in my corner. Thank you for pushing me and being tough on me. To Mrs. Casey, thank you for being there for me and a part of my journey. We've been through a lot, and I cherish all those moments. Don't cry after hearing this. Oh, P.S., I hope everyone knows that I'm the favorite. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up again for senior number 5, Khalil. Now, let's give it up for number 12, Donnell Wow! Donnell is accompanied tonight by his mother, Tawanda, his aunt, Sierra, and his grandma, Mrs. Wanda, and nephews, Dennis and Jorian. Donnell is a communications major who has been a strong member of the team for 3 seasons. During his time at Central Penn, he has volunteered to help with many campus events and is an athletic department intern. His favorite memories at CPC involve being around his coaches, his teammates, and faculty and staff. He has enjoyed having fun with his guys. After graduation, Donnell hopes to explore basketball opportunities overseas. His final message to his teammates and fans is, saying goodbye isn't ever easy, but I'm so grateful for this journey and for every person who's been a part of it. This team, this community, and these moments will always be a part of who I am. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, give it up for number 12, Donnell Wow! Congratulations to our seniors. Thank you for your hard work and dedication to our program. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for all of our senior Knights! The USCAA and Central Penn College promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial and ethnic comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated, and our grounds are removed from the site of competition. And now, folks, we ask everyone please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now, here are the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, the visiting team for Christendom. At guard, number 1, John Fowler. At guard, number 2, Bobby Vanderwoody. At guard, number 4, Luke Vanderwoody. At guard, number 5, Michael Vanderwoody. And at forward, number 34, Daniel Schultz. And coach of Christendom is Joe Johnson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your Central Penn Knights! At guard, number 1, senior Isaac Delavan. At guard, number 3, Percy Manzio. At guard, number 5, senior Blanding-Dockens. At forward, number 10, Keon Blanding-Dockens. And at center, number 12, senior Donnell Wow. And coach of your Central Penn Knights is Ken Alston.
Welcome everybody to East Penn Middle School. We are here for senior night with the Nightly News. And of course I'm standing here with Nightly News Hall of Famer Parker Rose. I am Paul Miller. Parker, welcome to our final broadcast of the season.
It's crazy we're already at this point, Paul. We're at senior night.
Well, one thing I did want to point out that may be slightly difficult for us this evening is the Christendom squad has 3 Vanderwoodies. So we're going to do our very best. We have number 2, Bobby, number 4, Luke, and number 5, Michael. Bobby, the senior, Luke, the freshman, Michael, the sophomore. So it's going to be a little difficult as far as last names go, but we'll do our very best. Christendom comes into this game 7-11, while the Knights 1-19 for the Knights. are looking for a victory here. It's not going to be easy here on senior night with Callalang, Dukes, and Loud all in their final games as Knights.
Another point to make too, Paul, is Central Penn's looking for a home win this season too. It's their only lone win on the road
against Bucks County. Blanding-Dockens, who's on fire in the last game that we called, comes up empty on that first. We got Bobby Vanderwoody from downtown, and the Knights trail 5-0 early. Callalang off the dribble, looking for some help. Monzillo almost gives it up but hangs on to it. Nobody covers him, and he drives it to the rack and gets the foul call.
And early we see Christendom taking the 3-point shots, Paul. We saw in the last game that the opponent the Knights played took a lot of 3-point shots. They were not contesting that at all. So
definitely something the Knights need to get under control tonight if they're going to stay in this contest, as Monzillo goes to the line to shoot 2. And hits the first, and the Knights are on the board.
Another thing they need to watch too is the turnovers, Paul. The last few games we see turnover trouble was a lot issue all year.
And Parker, if I'm not mistaken, 27 turnovers for the Knights. Loud with the offensive rebound. Monzillo comes up with it, looking for some help. Callalang, he's got Dukes wide open, passes on the shot, tries to go behind the back. This is where the Knights need to capitalize on the offensive rebound. The give and go, they're looking for Callalang. And he drives inside Loud, the shot, and he drills it.
And I'm going to make this point early, Paul. I was here a little over an hour during warm-ups, and Loud was hitting those shots in warm-up. And I said before we went on air, watch Loud be a difference maker in this game today.
Well, they're going to have you wide open for Fowler. No good, but he comes up with his own rebound. Bobby Vanderwoody here takes it to the rack, inside to Schultz. Good ball movement here from Christendom, but the steal from Dukes. Looking inside to Monzillo, and can't come up with it. Those are the shots the Knights have to hit, but they hold on to the ball. And hey, one thing I did want to call out, Donnell Loud, today's his birthday.
Yes, it is. I know this. His family came in with happy birthday balloons, Paul.
And well, I get to work with Donnell as part of his internship with athletics. I work with him every week to do some marketing for some of the events that he's putting on. So I wanted to make sure everybody out there knows it was Donnell's birthday today.
And nothing will be better than winning on senior night and your birthday and having an impact in the game.
100%. But the Knights do have their first turnover of the game.
I will also add this, Paul. Loud is a tall man, but Christendom has a good big man too on their end. It's going to be difficult in the paint tonight. Make a move in the paint.
Michael Vanderwoody underneath can't come up with it. Now that great ball movement, what we're seeing so far from Christendom. And Schultz, the pull up, no good. Good defense there by Donnell Loud. And Blanding-Dockens comes the other way. Loud, just in and out. Loud wanted that one. Leaves it for Luke Vanderwoody. And Parker, those are the things the Knights have to play better perimeter defense.
They do. Especially last game, I believe it was 72 shots their last opponent took from the 3.
And Blanding-Dockens comes up short. Now they got a 3-on-1 going the other way. Solid D from the Knights, and Loud comes up with the rebound. They got lucky there. That was a bad transition for the Knights. Dukes from downtown, and he hit beautiful 3-pointer. And that's sorely what the Knights were missing in the last contest. Only hit 1 3-point basket.
And another thing I'll add on Christendom's last offensive attack, Paul, is they had a 3-on-1. There was a situation where why didn't the one person take the shot? They were passing it around.
Well, Vanderwoody with another 3, and the Knights trail 11-6. Monzillo drives it all the way. Great bucket for Bercy. Bobby Vanderwoody this time. They're going to get the block on Blanding-Dockens. Not happy with the call.
No.
11-8.
And Coach Kenton's looking for an explanation on that, why it was not called off the charge.
Harrison checks in. Callalang, the senior, checks out. So I know Isaac, but I know Khalil and Danelle very well. I'm their advisor, so I've been working with them for several years now.
Almost a nice steal there.
And another wonderful shot from Christendom, and they're going to take a 5-point lead, 13-8. We got 16 minutes left here in the first half. And to your point, Parker, I think it's really important for the Knights to keep this game close in hopes of their first home win on the season.
And there's a turnover right there, Paul.
But I like seeing the Knights go after the ball in the manner that they did.
I don't disagree. Good effort by Loud.
Great effort by Loud, but can't come up with it. And again, Fowler from downtown, no good. Bursey the rebound.
And last game, Bursey took a lot of bumps, Paul. He shows the heart of the character Bursey is on the court. So.
No question about it. And fix his pocket. And they're going to get Dukes with the foul there. A little bit of aggression, trying to come up with that loose ball. So Knights trail 13-8 against one of their conference rivals.
Dukes was also trying to look, saying that he was hit on the arm that helped lost the ball there too, Paul.
Bobby Vanderwoody leaves it for Eikens, number 22.
Dukes, I don't know, Paul. I think there should have been a charge there on Christendom that was missed. Right in front of the referee, too.
Cameron Wilson, who had a heck of a game last contest, checks in for Loud. And Wilson was on fire in the last game and was our player of the game.
There he goes again. Yeah, last game he had a double-double, and he comes in right away, and he's being a bully in the paint, doing his job.
Michael Vanderwoody.
Blue.
And I'll tell you, if the Knights don't step up on their perimeter defense, this is going to be a long, long, long night. They've got Aaron Harrison from 3, and he hits it. That was a huge bucket.
Christendom's already shooting 4 for 7 from the three-point line, Paul. So
almost every one of their shots is uncontested.
That is true.
Nice turnaround jumper.
Dukes looking for another charge again, not being called.
Wilson comes up with the rebound. Harrison takes the point. And Dukes, the drive. The spin. Goes glass, can't come up with it, looking for another foul call, and he's getting a little frustrated at the lack of foul.
That was a good effort, but that was a tough shot to take. You had another 3.
Bobby Vanderwoody, and good call taking a timeout here from Coach.
You got to kill the momentum of those 3s.
There has to be a 100% guarantee in this discussion. He is talking about how you have to get up in front of your guy behind the three-point line.
As we celebrated Valentine's Day this past week, another fun fact about February, it is National Heart Month. And Weis Markets is proud to support the American Heart Association's Life is Why program to help prevent heart disease and strokes. Help us in our support by making a monetary donation or rounding up your total bill at checkout throughout the month of February. Let's work together on the fight against heart disease and stroke.
I wanted to take just a second here, Parker, to thank Weis Markets for being our full season sponsor for our basketball programs and our baseball programs. So again, we want to thank Weis Markets for being our full season sponsor. We really appreciate the support for the Nightly News, and they help bring these broadcasts to you free of charge moving forward. So again, we want to thank Weis. Eat better, spend less. That's Weis. Stop on down, pick up your party platters. We're actually having an event next week with Members First. Where do you think we're getting the food from?
Weis' Deli.
Weis Markets. We're going to get some party platters, and they always do wonderful work. So special thanks to Weis. 13-40, Knights trail by 6. And Harrison, the jumper, no good. Monzejo, again, giving up his body, looking for that rebound.
And that was a good play there, too, Paul. I think he was playing so Christendom didn't get it right on that rebound and knock it out of bounds there. Keep it on that end to try to get a steal. I think that was good awareness.
And while the Knights have one more contest this Saturday at Manor, which Manor College is playing some excellent basketball, on track to be in the ESAC finals. Good view from Bercy, but they get the foul call. So the Knights have one more contest this year to finish off the season, whereas Christendom has 3 more this Saturday. This Saturday they'll be at home for Bucks. Sunday they'll be at home for Manor. And so they'll end their season with 3 consecutive home games as they end next Wednesday, the 25th, versus Patrick Henry. So 4 more games, including today, for Christendom. We only have but one, and that is this Saturday at Manor College.
Ross went 1 for 2 on his free throws. The Knights are still down 7.
So looking at Christendom, Bobby Vanderwoody, the senior, in his final few games, leads the way with 13.2. That's Blanding-Dockens.
And he was the bucket. He was a factor in last game too, Paul. He had a good game as well. Definitely going to need a good game out of him as well to help the Knights in this game.
The scoop from Ross. So 3 players for Christendom averaging double figures. That's John Fowler averaging 12, the senior, and 10.4 from Schultz. Monzejo inside just cannot get it to fall. And the Knights trail by 7.
The Knights are going to need to get a defensive stop here, Paul. Christendom immediately going down the court.
And, again, there's no situation where Michael Vanderwoody had the uncontested 3 ball. Inside Blanding-Dockens, wide open, can't get down the ball, in and out.
I think Christendom watched the last game on film and seen what call the walk. That's huge.
It's going to be a travel on Ross, but what's even worse is we saw Wilson is going to have to come out of this contest. It looks like he may have twisted his ankle, so he is coming out loud back in. And that's the one really positive thing that we've seen tonight is this interplay between Loud and Wilson. They'll usually kind of switch on and off, but I'm telling you, looking over at the bench, I'm seeing Wilson shaking his head and does not seem like a positive situation.
And the other thing is, too, is now that takes out another big man on the Knights. So Christendom's now going to focus trying to get Loud foul out.
And Blanding-Dockens, the fadeaway. Schultz, the rebound. Well, this might just have to be the No Loud's game. Luke Vanderwoody to Michael Vanderwoody, back to Bobby. I mean, there's not much you can say other than that's just brothers or relatives playing and knowing each other and where they're going to be. As Christendom takes a 10-point lead, 25-15.
And what we've seen all year, Paul, is the double-digit deficits early.
Dukes comes up empty, and Christendom pushes it down. I'll tell you, their transition game is really, really fantastic, and they're going to get Dukes with another foul.
And Dukes already got 2 fouls called on him, and foul trouble's already hot in the Knights already, too. Christendom is hitting 60% early in this game, Paul, from the 3 line.
And again, there's just not much you can say other than somebody has got to be getting a hand in their faces. I don't know if you change your approach, but here's another shot from the outside, and I'll tell you,
they got 70%. And here's it. And another thing is, for field goals, they're shooting over 50% making their shots.
It's amazing. They're just on fire tonight.
So we mentioned earlier about Weis having a lot of good things. Here's what they have coming up. Next, this week coming up topic, Seafood Spectacular, real in the savings at your local Weis markets this week only. You can get great discounts on select fresh and frozen seafood and shellfish. Visit your local Weis markets for more details. That is February 19th through the 25th.
Yep, that will start this Thursday. And if we're looking ahead, St. Patrick's Day is coming up, Parker. Just remember, you can always celebrate St. Patty's Day by visiting your local Weis markets. Customers can redeem 200 points to receive great discounts on corned beef and other St. Patty's Day staples. Be sure to see your store for details. Eat better, spend less. That's Wise.
And if you also served in the armed forces or are a veteran and you want to go take advantage of these deals on a Thursday, Weis Markets proudly supports our military. As a thank you for our appreciation, Weis Markets offers a 10% discount on participating Weis brand products every Thursday to all active duty, reserve, retired, and military veterans. Thank you for your service. See store for more details.
And I will also say, you can also go to weismarkets.com for a lot more details on some of the things that we're talking about. So you can go to weismarkets.com. Parker, you can download the Weis app, or you can go to your store's customer service department for more information on any of the things we're talking about. So again, thank you to Weis for supporting everything the Nightly News does. But I'll tell you, the Knights, we're not even halfway through this first half, and they're trailing by 13. The Knights have to get something going here and make some stops on defense.
They got to wake up quick. They need to go on the run game, Paul.
Blanding-Dockens for three.
Now they got to play. They have to play lights out defense here.
Big shot for the Knights. Duke's thought he had a steal.
So when I saw the ball hit the foot, I'm like, they're going to get it for a kick ball. And that is a killer. You could have got a turnover.
Luke Vanderwoody, Bobby Vanderwoody. And loses it. And we got a 5-on-4. The Knights have to find somebody open. And they're going to get the foul.
That was a beautiful play there, too, because
and this is what the Knights need. They need somebody to take over as sort of the guy who can get in an ISO play, which Blanding-Dockens absolutely did in the first half of the last game. Unfortunately, he couldn't keep that momentum going in the second half of last game.
And on that shot, Paul, too, is they were attacking the big man. Daniel Schultz is the big man for Christendom. So getting him out would be key for the Knights.
A quick 6-0 run, and now the Knights are only down 7.
Still got to play defense, Paul.
Go to Schultz and outside to Luke.
Another three.
I mean, honestly, you just got to give Christendom all the credit in the world. They're just shooting lights out from outside. But the Knights are still in this, just down 10. But they have to keep the offense up. Harrison, a long-range jump shot. And Bobby Vanderwoody leaves it for Michael.
For the pass and leaves him wide open.
Coach Kenton is not pleased with the defense that the Knights are playing on the perimeter.
Bobby Vanderwoody already has 15, Paul, and he's 5 for 5 from the three-point line. And Luke Vanderwoody is 3 for 3 from the three-point line. And he's 4 for 4. Every shot he took, he went in. He has 11 already.
That's insane.
But I guess, so that's one benefit you have is when you have your brothers play with you all your life, you develop that chemistry, Paul.
100%.
You can't take that away.
34-21. 8:49 left. Again, the Knights aren't playing poorly. They're just not contesting these three-point shots, and frankly, Christendom's is hitting every one.
And here's another funny stuff. This is the Van Woody show because all the Van Woody brothers are the lead scorers for the team at Christendom right now. I thought that ball went out of bounds and hit off the...
Duke's trying to push it. Wisely holds it. Darwin Cruz just checked in for Monte Hill. Wilson's on the bench. He's left the trainer table. And Loud inside. Now you're starting to see the Knights step out a little bit.
There's a good, that was just a punch out hit off the back.
You're seeing the Knights rotate out more toward the perimeter. There's an air ball, but he saves it.
He's wide open for the three.
Luke Vanderwoody with the three.
4 for 4.
And again, there's just not a lot you can say. When these guys are just draining threes, there's not really much that you can do.
There's a foul.
Blanding-Dockens draws the foul.
Vanderwoody.
Let's be honest here, Parker. As I look at the stats, Bobby Vanderwoody only shooting 29% from the year, Luke 21%, and Michael 33%. In fact, Joe Wilson 21 is their highest shooting 3-point percentage-wise. So, you know, these guys are just really, this isn't typical.
I can't tell you the last time, Paul, I see someone start off a night at a college level game with a perfect 3 for 3, with a 4 for 4 perfect average from the 3-point line. That just shows confidence, like you're on fire.
37-24, Knights trail by 13 as Blanding-Dockens is going to go for his second free throw. And he makes the second. The Knights still are not out of this. And this shooting is not going to last the entire game, partner.
But they gotta contest this 3-point. They gotta stop the 3-point game.
Fowler inside to Schultz, back to Fowler. Fowler puts it on the floor.
That's a turnover.
No, that will remain Christendom ball. It went off the Knight.
Oh, did not see that.
Even the Knights were a little confused about what was going on, but it does remain, and that's just too easy. But partially blocked.
I don't know. I think Loud got his fingertips on that ball.
And Blanding-Dockens inside to Loud.
Yes, that should have been goaltending there.
That's what Blanding-Dockens is saying.
I saw Schultz reach his hand up in the basket. How do you miss that call?
Schultz inside.
But they call a foul. That's bad.
They're going to get Blanding-Dockens on the foul there. Yeah, Loud thought he had the jam, but unfortunately, that's not what happened.
I don't know. And the assistant coach for the Knights is asking a question that, like, I don't know how you missed that ball, but that's. I better be careful. I'm on the broadcast. I should not be being biased on the broadcast.
Well, you know, I suppose it's to be expected. We are Central Penn Knights through and through.
But we also, at the end of the day, are trying to call a fair game. But when we see unfair plays in our eyes, you got to make it known.
As we always say, Parker, that's why we're up here.
Yep.
All right, Schultz does make the second of two. Knights trail 38-25, 7:05 left here in the first half. Knights looking for their first home victory on the season. Blanding-Dockens inside. The rainbow is good. Bottom line is the Knights need to keep it under 10 here in the first half.
And leave them wide open again at that 3-point line.
I'm not sure if he stepped out of bounds there, or
that's what I was trying to figure out, but I wasn't sure what the ref was calling there. But
nonetheless, it's a turnover.
But Blanding-Dockens already has 12 here.
And he has certainly been the go-to Knight. Blanding-Dockens averaging 19.3, the only Knight averaging in double figures this season through 6 contests. Dukes. The spin move. And man, he needed that.
But
Cruz tries to give his all to come up with that ball, and it remains Knights. It's going to be 20 seconds put back on the shot clock.
I like the aggression and to keep the ball in the Knights' possession.
Gets it into Monzejo. And the turnaround inside. Can't get it to go. Fortunately, they didn't call a foul there on Berkey.
I wonder if that was kind of like the mess up for the goaltender. They didn't want to. Who knows? Well, I'm shocked they didn't call that as well, Paul.
The Knights are definitely playing stronger defense here. And good D by Loud. Blanding-Dockens ahead to Dukes. Monzejo fakes on the 3.
I'm surprised Percy didn't take that shot there.
Inside to Dockens. And they're good, but Darwin Cruz, the rebound, looking for some help. Loud, the ball fake. And he gets it to go. Knights still within 9. 5.5 left.
I did like what I see with Darwin Cruz on the court there, Paul. Keeping the possession in the offensive zone there.
Fowler from downtown, no good. And Cruz the rebound.
Loud's holding his weight against the big man against Christendom.
No question about it. And Dukes, the turnover. Knights were getting some momentum going, and those are the things that kill that momentum, Parker.
And that's a turnover you cannot commit there. That's a pass right to me. And
glad to see Wilson coming back in after that potentially twisted ankle. We'll have to keep an eye on him and see how he does throughout this process. I like the speed that they had. Again, wide open, and Wilson can't come up with it. It's going to be Knights basketball. That was tough. That ball was just rolling right along. 38-29.
We got a timeout by Christendom.
Well, Parker, the one thing that we always do like to promote is that Weis is proud to be an American-owned and operated company since, Parker, 1912. Weis makes their own ice cream and sources their milk locally in Sunbury. Weis Markets also has its own meat processing plant in Sunbury. We keep our operations local to ensure great, fresh, Weis quality products for our customers. And something else, if you are looking for someone else to do the shopping, check out Weis to Go online. Shop for your favorite products online or in the app anytime and anywhere. Then choose to pick up your groceries curbside or have them delivered. You can always go to Weis to Go online on weismarkets.com. So the Knights have a little momentum here. And even, Parker, as well as Christendom has shot, the Knights are still in this game, but they need to keep the foot on the gas.
I think a 3-point play here somewhere would be nice.
And they try to go down low. You can definitely see Wilson is favoring that ankle. Oh, no, look! He's got Dukes for three! No good. Manzejo
Take the shot.
and Cruz from downtown, no good. But that's going to remain Knights basketball.
Tell you what, I thought Christian had a wide open shot there when they all tripped all over each other there, Paul. I was waiting for him to take the shot.
I think Christendom got a little too comfortable there hitting all those threes, and now they're not coming so easily. And the Knights, give them a lot of credit. They are playing tough here on senior night.
Deflected off
Bobby Vanderwood, it looks like. You can definitely tell, though, without Loud on the court, that it's definitely a different composition.
It is.
Going inside to Wilson. Looks to Blanding-Dockens, the fadeaway jumper.
Good shot.
And I'll tell you, Keon Blanding-Dockens is going to be the reason that the Knights stay in this game.
Almost got it
From downtown, Bobby Vanderwood, no good.
And they got the turn.
Oh, behind the
back.
back. And a steal goes the other way. And they're going to get Dukes for the third foul.
Fans are showing their displeasure of that call.
Dukes now 3 fouls. And senior night or not, you're going to need him for the stretch run.
That's why I'm kind of surprised Coach Benton isn't taking Dukes out to give him a break here, Paul, because 3 fouls already.
Well, unfortunately, that now puts the Crusaders in the 1-1. Now with 7 fouls.
Here's another thing to mention too, Paul. Keon Blanding-Dockens is also in foul trouble too. He has 3 fouls too, apparently. And Dawkins has 3, Percy has 1, and Khalil has 3.
So those 2 of our star players are in serious foul trouble.
I did
both
not-
still on the floor.
I did not know he already had 3 fouls on him, Paul. Substitution. And the thing that's tough too, Paul, is it's still a close game.
Absolutely. The bottom line is Dukes and Blanding-Dockens cannot pick up another foul. Dukes goes baseline to Blanding-Dockens. What a play. Those are the types of things that the Knights do very well that we need to see more of. Michael Vanderwoody
Had another wide open three, but Knights picked it up quick.
And I think that's why Coach Alston put Darwin Cruz in. His defensive prowess has been very impressive here, especially the way he's guarding the perimeter in ways that other players haven't.
A thing I will add, Paul, I think a difference maker why this game's a 7-point contest. Christendom has 6 turnovers already too.
Dukes to Dockens. Turnover. And I'll tell you, that's the thing we've seen all season. Just inopportune turnovers
And
when they're getting momentum.
That's 6 on the Knights now.
They could have gotten into within a 2-possession contest, being down as many as 14.
Now,
Finally, Bobby Vanderwoody stops the run for the Knights.
and before that last shot, I was going to mention, Christendom only had 2 points off turnovers to that point, but
42-33. About 3 minutes left here in the first half. Inside to Wilson. He gets a double team. And man, that would have if that would have went
that
down.
was a nice shot.
Nice to see Wilson's hanging in there. Definitely does seem impacted by that ankle. But I mean, this isn't his senior night, but on his final home game of the season, you know he's going to give his all.
I to say, even though he's hurting, he's still playing pretty good. He's not letting it bother him too much. Gotta give credit where credit's due with that.
Wilson hits both. Knights trail by 7. Two minutes and 40 seconds left. 42-35. And from downtown, Michael Vanderwoody, no good. Versus the rebound. And they're pushing it. Cruz from 3. Oh no. But Dukes comes up with it. And Dukes has to be so careful here. Does draw the foul. An offensive foul to give Dukes 4. I mean, I guess Coach Kenton's just thinking, listen, this is our senior night. We need to go for it. Fouls be damned.
But then I'm also wondering too, Paul, is like if there's foul trouble too, is why isn't Kalang in? He's a senior, like try to get him some action to help.
And Dukes misses that first one.
We've been seeing that a lot so far tonight. The in and out in the Knights, Paul, that end of the court.
And Dukes does make the second, gets the Knights to within 6. The closest they've been in at least 10 minutes.
Like you mentioned, Paul, earlier, if they could keep this under 10 going into the locker room for the half, it would be crucial.
And it looks like they're going to get Cruz on the foul.
I think they missed the walk there, Paul. It looked like he walked into him. He saw the foul.
So Cruz does get the foul call. Looks like Loud's about to check in. But another trip to the line as Wilson checks out.
And that was crucial.
So the Knights down 6. Can they make it a game here? Loud's trying to post up down low on Schultz. He's got the best of that matchup tonight. And the screen by Blanding-Dockens as Bercy takes it inside of the paint. The ball fake from Loud looks like they got away with a foul there.
I heard that smack all the way up here, Paul.
And inside to Schultz. And of course you got Vanderwoody from downtown, no good. And Loud comes up with that loose ball. The Knights have got to score here, too. Blanding-Dockens. You're going to get an... Oh, no. Well, listen.
No.
While a turnover is not good, you have to keep in mind that if he would have gotten an offensive fouler, that would have been 4 fouls.
That's a good point.
1 minute 20 left. Knights trail by 6. And this is the tale of 2 parts of the first half, that's for sure. And a steal.
And that.
Can the Knights convert? And Lau, the ball fake, takes it inside and blocked by Schultz.
No help for Loud there either.
And good defense from Blanding-Dockens. We're going to get a Dukes. Off balance shot. Can't get it to go. Dukes should have held on to that. We are under 40 seconds. Can the Knights?
There's a wide open.
Wide open.
Missed it though.
And so Christendom is going cold from beyond the arc. And that was just too easy. The defender fell down for the Knights. 44-36. 17 seconds. Knights shot clock is off. Knights are going to hold for the final shot. And I'll tell you, whatever they got, it needs to be here. 5 seconds. They're going to give it to Bercy on the ISO. 1 second. Oh! Buzzer beater! I'm trying to see what was called because I think a foul was called here as well.
But he still gets the N1.
So he does. What an amazing turn of events.
Hold on, they're just...
I'm trying to see. Clearly the shot was good. The question is, does he get the N1, which it looks like he does, and he's going to take it. And boy, you want to talk about a momentum swing, Parker.
We saw last game, Paul Darnell Loud had a big dunk taking momentum in the locker room.
Huge right here for Bercy. And he hits it. Massive, massive play. I was just going to say, not the shot you wanted to take, but gosh, we will take it nonetheless. A big 3-point bucket gets the Knights back to within 5, 44-39. The Knights were down by as many as 15, Parker. Battled back. Not only better perimeter defense, much cleaner play, and I'll tell you what, Keon Blanding-Dockens has played a huge role in the first half.
You mentioned Christendom going cold from the 3-line, Paul. They went from shooting like 70% down to 47% there. Now 10 of 21. Knights are 3 for 6. We would like to see them take more 3-point shots, but hey, they took more than last game.
Hey, we'll take it.
This is a game that we hopefully in the second half they do not let it get away from like the last few games. They need to close out this game.
Absolutely. And as we go to halftime for Paul Miller Parker Rose, it's 44-39. Knights trail by 5, but quite a run here in the second part of the first half. We're going to take a short break here for halftime. We'll be back here with you in the second half, and we'll talk more about the Knights' keys to victory. Paul Miller, Parker Rose, Nightly News Hall of Famer Parker Rose, I might add. We're going to be back here in the second half. Knights trail 44-39, but the huge bucket and one from Monzejo to end the first half, and the Knights get the ball. A score here gets us back to within one possession, Parker.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a capitalization here, Paul. Is we do not want something to happen the last couple games where the Knights had momentum in the locker room, and then the second half it just could not go their way. They need to make a statement and have it go to...
Very close basket by Blanding-Dockens there. Can't get it to go. And bottom line was the Knights. I mean, the Christendom is shooting unreal from the outside. Cooled off a little bit in the second part of that first half. And good defense. Good defense there from Blanding-Dockens. Parker, do you want to take a look at the scoring leaders for both teams?
Yeah, so for Christendom, it's the Von Woody Brothers show. Vander Woody, not Vander Woody. Bobby Vander Woody leads the way with 19. Luke Vander Woody is second with 16. Michael Van Woody with 3. So Bobby Vander Woody and Luke Vander Woody are pretty much a two-man wrecking crew for Christendom with the points scored. For the Knights side, Keon Blanding-Dockens is our leading scorer with 16, followed by Bercy Monzejo with 6 and Donnell Loud with 6.
And from downtown, we see Fowler. And that's exactly what the Knights did not want to see, that three-point ball. And the Knights have come up empty on their first 2 possessions. We see Dukes, Monzejo, Blanding-Dockens, Wilson, and Harrison for the Knights to start off the second half. See if this lineup can get something going on. Bercy off of his foot. And that's going to be another turnover.
This is not what the Knights need to do, Paul. They do not.
They had all that momentum leaving the first half. This looks eerily similar to the way the last game went. Like you said, huge bucket as Donnell Loud had the dunk at the end of the first half. That was against Bucks County. Thought they had the block there, but they're going to get the foul call. And Wilson gets called for that. Schultz to the line. And the Crusaders have a chance to extend their lead to 10. Schultz comes up empty on the first attempt. Does make the second, makes it 48-39. Knights trail by 9 points. And the Knights have got to get something going on here. And Wilson puts it on the ground. Backs him down, takes on the double team, no good. Not the shot the Knights were looking for. And Bobby Vander Woody leaves it for Michael. Can't get it to go. Wilson the rebound.
It's a nice half to score here, Paul.
And they are going to get a foul call. As number 22, Ishins, checks in. Inbounds to Monzejo. Down low to Wilson. Wilson's got to pass out of this. And Dukes all the way rejected, but they're going to get the foul call on Schultz. Give Dukes a lot of credit for that drive. And Dukes will go to the line for 2.
So, Paul, I'm going to add, I think number 22 for Christian checked in because Michael Vander Woody is at 4 fouls already.
Makes sense. And hey, anytime we can get one of those amazing shooters off the court, that's advantage Knights. As Dukes makes the first and the second. Gets us back to within 7, 48-41. The Knights have got to go blow for blow with Christendom. Fowler to Vanderwoody, back to Fowler. To Luke Vanderwoody, back to Fowler, and they got Bobby. Thought he was going to pull the trigger on that one. Instead, drive to the basket. And the turnover. They're going to try to go ahead to Dukes. And Blanding-Dockens with the turnover. The pull-up jumper. Can't get it to go. Nobody underneath the basket. And what ball movement? That's... And Knights somehow come up with that ball. They got a 2-on-1. Harrison looking for Bercy underneath. They're going to get Vanderwoody on the foul, it looks like.
You know, Paul, if Lau was on the court there, you know what that would have been.
Slam dunk. Looks like they got Ishins. Wilson had a good look, couldn't get it to go, and that was a huge sequence. The Knights are just so close to getting some of these buckets to fall, Parker.
They are.
Down low to Schultz. And can't get that to go, but comes up with his own rebound. And that is going to be Knights ball.
That was very good defense by the Knights there against the big man.
48-41. Knights trail by 7. Wilson to Dukes. Looking for something. He does manage to push through that screen. And
call another foul on Christendom.
they're going to get Vanderwoody. That's Bobby Vanderwoody, the senior.
That's a second.
This will be the last time that we will see Bobby Vanderwoody here for Christendom. Fans of the Knights broadcast have seen the Vanderwoodies for the last 4 years. And they go down low to Wilson, and that should send him to the line. I will say, even though we're trailing by 7, that's 5 fouls for Christendom in not even the first 5 minutes. That will come into play later in the contest. And Wilson, a big free throw, gets us back to within a 2-possession ball game. Wilson comes up short on the second. Nonetheless, the Knights trail 48-42. From downtown, Bobby Vanderwoody, no good. And they're going to get Wilson. Oh, that's going back to the Knights. Looks like he stepped on that out-of-bounds line.
It looks like Christian's taking the time out. Is it Christian? Yeah.
As well they should. The momentum is in the Knights' favor. Shop for your groceries at Weis Markets and get discounts on fuel for your car. With Weis Rewards program, you can earn 1 point for every dollar spent on participating purchases. When you receive 100 points, you'll be able to redeem your points for 10 cents off a gallon. 200 points get you 20 cents off, and so on, up to $1 off per gallon. And Parker, I got to tell you, the other day, first of all, I got to tell anybody out there, the cheapest gas around is at Weis Markets in Enola. If you're on campus at Central Penn or you're traveling to Central Penn, come with an empty gas tank and you can always get the cheapest gas. I filled up my gas tank because I used my reward points for $15 last Friday, Parker.
Can't go wrong with that, Paul. It's always great when you can fill your tank at a cheaper price than what the actual pump originally says.
Even if you don't have any rewards points, $2.73. It's been $2.73 down at Weis for I can't tell you how long. So make sure you stop on down to Weis and fill up after you get your party platter.
I might have to start coming out of my way to get gas. Unfortunately, the closest Weis to me, I think, is the one in Mechanicsburg.
And their gas is usually pretty cheap, but the Enola Weis is they set the gold standard for affordable gas. All right, 15-28. Knights trail by 6. They have the chance to get as close as they've gotten since back within 5 minutes of the first half. And they go to Wilson, and he's got the bucket. Knights within 4. Can the Knights hang in there on defense? Oh, and they're going to get Monzejo. Monzejo with the foul. And boy, I'll tell you, it's been all Knights here. After a first 2 minutes of missed shots, the Knights have played really well. Fowler from the corner, no good. Dukes the rebound. And Blanding-Dockens pushes. But again, there's a situation where you just hold that ball. Vanderwoody. That ball looked out of bounds. The steal by Dukes.
Yeah.
So first of all, the ball was out of bounds over this way. Dukes did not step out of bounds that I saw, and we are literally 10 feet from where they are at a good perspective. So bad break for the Knights. And Vanderwoody, way too strong. Blanding-Dockens comes up with it. Dukes, they got a 3-on-2. Ahead to Wilson, the Monzejo.
There's a great finish there. First, you got to hurry up and get up there, get down the court.
Looks like he hurt his hand.
Yeah.
And Harrison with the rebound. Ahead to Dukes. Can we tie this game?
Oh,
We're going to call an offensive foul on Dukes. That's number 4. The crowd is beside themselves here, Parker.
The energetic, hey, we like the energetic and the dedication from our supporters that are here live with us.
Dukes wants to play through the 4 fouls, but it doesn't look like he's going to have the chance.
It's his senior night. I can't blame him, but
you don't want to foul out.
You need him in key situations because right now Christendom is reeling, I think, Paul.
And Vanderwoody from downtown, no good, but Vanderwoody, number 2, comes up with it. Going down inside to Schultz, leaves it for Vanderwoody, and they got him wide open, Ishins. And Schultz another offensive rebound.
That's a push.
How is that not a travel?
There it is. I'm going to add this call. Since that 3-point shot Christendom took in the beginning of this half, they have not hit on any of them since. Well, they started almost perfect. Now they are 11 of 27.
Unbelievable. And that's the thing about 3-point shots, Parker, is, yeah, you might be hitting them early, but they're not going to keep falling at that rate.
Maybe it's that dreaded basket on that end ball. It seems like the Central Penn had issues with it early in the game, and Christendom struggling.
Going down inside to Wilson. Can we tie this game? Wilson comes up and he got the foul. Wilson grabbed that rebound between 4 Crusaders. And now you're starting to hear the crowd get into it.
Here's a stat for you. Central Penn has 20 points in the paint.
Goes to show how key Loud and Wilson are to everything the Knights are doing.
And their bench is put 10 up.
Coach Kenton gonna let Dukes hang in there. And I'll tell you, if Wilson can make these, tie ball game. Does hit the first. And I'll tell you, Parker, this is all about pride. As we mentioned, the Knights have been eliminated from postseason competition. This is just solely about pride. And Wilson comes up empty on the second. Knights now trail by 1, Parker.
Like you were mentioning, Paul, you're playing for pride. First, you want to get your first home win of the season on senior night. You gotta.
No. So not only is that gonna be a foul out, It looks like Dukes is injured. So Dukes fouls out on senior night. Fortunately, he's walking off the court under his own power.
And I don't know, Paul. I don't know what that last call. I don't think it was a foul.
Callalang and Little check in. But gosh, that is huge. And I'm honestly a little concerned about Loud at this point. Loud has not played here in the second half. As number 10, Luke Ross, goes to the line to extend. And we talked earlier about the foul situation. Now, Christendom has 6, Knights have 4. So both of these are going to come into play. We've already seen one person foul out. And Wilson comes up with a rebound, so it's only a 2-point game. And I'll tell you what, this lineup has probably not played together much. They have got to get something going on here offensively. Callalang, the senior, off the screen. Harrison for 3. Yes!
Nice shot by Harrison.
And the Knights take the lead, 50-49. Huge shot from Aaron Harrison. Fowler from downtown, no good. Big rebound from Cruz.
Need to capitalize.
Harrison's high. This is where you go down low to Wilson. Schultz is out of the game. Callalang hangs on to it. Gotta get it down low to Wilson. He's got the advantage. They're trying to do that. And they're going to get a foul call. And Coach Joe Dotson for Christendom is beside himself.
They're trying to hold them off the court, Paul, so they don't get attacked.
So, you know, it goes both ways. There have been some questionable calls on our end, some questionable calls on their end. You know, basketball is one of those games that evens out. And it looks like they did get the technical on Coach Joe Dotson. Harrison can extend this lead to 2. And he does. He's going to get a second shot. And he gets both of them. 52-49, the Knights lead by 3. Parker, what a turn of events here for the Knights. We see Monzejo was getting taped.
What I honestly think what's hurting Christendom, Paul, is they're still taking those 3-point shots. And
they're not making them.
Exactly. They're not making them. And you would think the coach would take a timeout and be like, hey, we need to start getting points in the paint here, guys.
And now Wilson went for the 1-on-1. Little almost had the rebound, comes up with it. Oh, no. He had Wilson underneath the basket, but a steal, a huge steal. That could have been a massive momentum shift. And they're going to get Wilson with a foul. And that is foul number 5. Now Christian has 8 fouls, Parker, and there's still 12 minutes, 10 seconds left. I'm telling you what, this second half is going to come down to who's the better free throw shooting team.
And we've been seeing all game, like the first one's usually made, but that second one doesn't get. Bobby Vanderwoody hits 20 for the game.
Free throws, the Knights hit 63%.
Timeout for Coach Kenton.
Well, Parker, one of the things that I used for the Super Bowl, I might add, was some new recipes from Weis. Because if you're searching for new recipes, you can always visit weismarkets.com or download the Weis mobile app to view thousands of recipes. With this large variety, there's sure to be a new meal your family will love. Cook something new with Weis Markets. And I'd also point out, when you're going to fill up with gas in the morning, you can always stop by for an on-the-go breakfast. Swing by Weis Markets and pick up some fresh in-store cut fruit. Weis Markets also offers large pre-cut fruit platters for family gatherings or parties. So again, Weis has you covered on literally almost every part of your life.
So with the stats so for the field goals, Christendom is 16 of 45. Knights are 17 of 42 from the 3-point line. Christendom 11 of 28. Knights are 4 of 7. free throws, as we're mentioning, this may what it comes down to.
Oh, there's no question.
Christendom 7 of 12. The Knights are 14 of 19. But the turnover battle, Christendom 12, Central Penn 13.
Well, the Knights will be in the bonus the rest of the way. 2 more fouls for the Knights. They will. The Christendom will also be in the bonus the rest of the way. And again, we're not even at the halfway point. So there's no question that this game is going to come down to free throws. And this goes back to why it's problematic that Dukes essentially refused to come out of the game, because he's now fouled out for basically the entire second half.
I also got to give credit to the Knights bench. 16 points off the bench ball at this point.
Well, I'll tell you, they've got some really good contributions, and now they're going to press.
I thought he pushed him out.
That's a really tough call for the Knights, because that definitely looked like there was contact. 52-51, 12:03 left. And they just leave him wide open.
I mean,
and that's going to be nice ball.
left him wide open. He butchered it, Paul.
And they're going to have to beat this press. Blanding-Dockens. Wilson, back to Blanding-Dockens. Looking for the foul, didn't get the call. Wide open, Bobby Vanderwoody. And Harrison looking for that rebound. He stepped out. I called a foul. Could be a foul on Christendom.
That's what it appeared. Or it might have been out of bounds
Yeah,
call.
yeah, I don't think there was a foul call there. The turnover. And inside, Ross with the bucket gives Christendom the 1-point lead. The Knights need to get a faster lineup on this floor. I'm shocked that Loud is not.
I was just ready to say, Paul, because even like as they're playing,
Dawkins for 3.
I noticed Wilson was trying to get open. He's kind of like getting sloped to the other side to get open.
Just too easy there inside from Ross. Cruz.
Another turnover.
Good defense there from Cruz after that turnover. Again, I'm just looking over to see. Loud looks fine. He's not in foul trouble, is he?
I don't think there's any fouls on him. Loud has no fouls called.
I'm assuming that Coach Kenton, bad pass there from Caroline. They're going to wave that off. And a travel. Great call there. That could have been a huge swing as the Knights trail by 3.
They called the foul, but I will say that was a nice shot.
They've got to hold on to this ball. And Monzeo. They're going to get Monzeo for the foul. And that's just an ill-advised foul. Now that you have 6 fouls, you know, we were already talking about how what the foul situation was looking like.
Well, the other
Monzeo just cannot do that.
Well, I'm pretty sure, Paul, that's like 4 or 5 turnovers in a row on offensive possessions for the Knights. This is what got them in trouble all season.
100%.
You're beating yourselves at this point by doing that stuff.
From downtown, and just ice cold from 3. Carolan's trying to push it. I say get it to Harrison. Harrison's had the hot hand.
Wilson's trying to get open at the...
He's got it. They triple team Wilson. He's got to be able to find someone open. They have 3 guys on the perimeter. Wilson's got to kick it outside to either Monzeo or Harrison.
They need to do something here, Paul. They really need to get faster guys on the court, figure something out here to get
Blanding-Dockens needs to carry this team. The fadeaway jumper. Montejo, a big rebound. Hold the ball. Reset. That's where Harrison needs to pull up and take that three.
Absolutely do.
And they're giving him some space. They're going to kick it out, and there it is. Oh, man, we needed that one. Bursey, another offensive rebound. Harrison's got it wide open. Gosh, we're just dying for this. And it will remain nice ball. Woo!
The Knights are hanging in there, Paul. It was sloppy these last few minutes, but they're hanging on. They need to get points here with all this commotion. Oh, I knew that was coming. That was a bad.
And that's 4 for Blanding-Dockens.
That's a foul you don't take there. That's a bad foul to take.
And now Blanding-Dockens now 1 foul away from fouling out.
That's a foul you can't take. And he's trying to plead his case, but it's like.
Puts it on the floor. Ison's inside to Ross. And big rebound there from Wilson. Callahan looking for an outlet. Harrison to Bursey. Takes the shot. Looking for Harrison, who comes up with it into Callahan. He's got Dockens outside. Wow, what a shot for the senior.
Pulled up for a three. Airballed it. He air-mailed it.
I'll tell you what, as hot as Vanderwood he started off, Bobby, he has been absolutely ice cold here in the second half. The Knights trail by 1.
Oh my God.
And Callahan coming up with it.
Oh, the jump ball, not the ball.
I don't think they called a jump ball there.
Or they called a foul? Because he went like this.
No, regardless, it's Christendom ball. And the give and go there. Comes up empty, Blanding-Dockens the rebound. And they're going to get the foul on number 22, Isons. And guess what? That will be foul number 9 as Blanding-Dockens will go to the free throw line.
And that's Isons' 4th. Well, it says 3. I don't know if it did an update or
Both teams now in the bonus, so these last 8 minutes are really going to come down to who is the better free throw shooting team. Or who can stay out of foul trouble.
Correction. Isons is at his 3rd foul, but still. I'm still surprised Loud's on the bench though, Paul.
I wouldn't even know. Wilson has played this entire second half. There has to be a change at some point. But that ties the game, and can the Knights take the lead with another Blanding-Dockens free throw? And he comes up short. So the game remains tied.
I think Dawkins still would have left his fingers too, Paul. That he was short on that one.
Baseline, Ross, Vanderwoody, looking for some help. Fowler to Vanderwoody, and he drives inside. And they're going to get Wilson for the foul. And the Knights bench is just absolutely beside themselves.
I don't know, Paul. He had his hands up for the ball, but I don't think that's a foul. I think that's not a good call. That's bad.
And Ross goes to the line. He misses the first. I'll tell you what. Give credit to the Knights for staying in this game, but Christendom is doing absolutely nothing to help themselves here.
I think it's going back to that they kept taking those 3-point shots, Paul, when they went cold.
And the second, Misses them both.
That's crucial.
And the Knights will hang on.
That is crucial.
Did want to take a look at the foul situation. Michael Vanderwoody with 4. Ishams with 4. Luke Vanderwoody with 3. For the Knights, Dukes has already fouled out. Blanding-Dockens has 4. Monzejo and Wilson both with 3. I'm looking for Loud to make a big impact here when he comes off the bench. And nearly threw it away. Callahan, Harrison, Monzejo for 3. Comes up short. And Vanderwoody almost loses it. Ross comes up with it, Fowler. And they're going to get a foul on Monzejo.
And that's going to be his fourth ball.
So the Knights are in serious foul trouble here. Cruz and Loud still on the bench that have played. Little has played. Also have Stevenson. So we're going to see how deep the Knights bench is here in these final 7 minutes and 9 seconds as the game is 55 apiece. And now Michael Vanderwoody, the sophomore, averaging 9.6 on the season.
He has 4 fouls as well.
And does hit them both, and the Knights trail by 2. Callahan inside to Blanding-Dockens, takes on pretty much the whole team.
It is crucial. He needs to stay in this game, Paul.
Cannot foul out if we want any chance to win this contest. Bobby Vanderwoody. Almost a turnover there for Fowler. Leaves it for Fowler. Off balance shot, and Blanding-Dockens. Somebody lost the shoe. And Blanding-Dockens attacks. What a shot! And the Knights take control.
And I also noticed John Fowler grabbed to him. They missed it, but thankfully the Knights made the shot.
Honestly,
Blanding-Dockens has 21, Paul.
I got to be honest with you. I don't know that I've ever seen someone lose a shoe quite like that. I mean, of course, Zion blew his foot out, but I don't ever remember actually seeing a shoe flying across the court.
Hey, we called a lot of games together. We've seen some unique things.
Indeed, that's no question. Knights lead by 2. Can they hold on? Vanderwoody the shot. Clutch.
Congratulations, you made your first 3 points.
59 apiece. And Bercy kicks it all
There's a
foul. That's 11 fouls for Christendom, 9 for the Knights. And I'll tell you what, I can't remember a game with this many fouls in one half.
It's been a while, for sure.
Monzejo will go to the line, shooting 2 key free throws. Monzejo for the first. And gets it to go. Huge free throw. (60-59). And Bercy makes the second.
That's crucial.
Knights lead by 2, 61-59, just under 6 minutes left. Vanderwoody, they're going to get the foul on Monzejo.
Is it Marzeo or do they call it on? So that's.
Looks like a timeout was taken there, so we will hold that thought. Well, just in case we don't have another time to give Weis a shout out again, I want to really sincerely thank Weis Market for supporting the nightly news broadcast, not only for basketball, but also for baseball. Again, eat better, spend less, that's Weis. Go to weismarkets.com, sign up for their rewards program. Go down on Thursdays for their military discount. I mean, there's so many things that Weis can do for you. Help out your family when you're busy night. Stop in and grab a pizza. I mean, there's so many things. Again, we just want to sincerely thank Weis Markets, and of course, if you tune into our baseball games later on in the season, you can hear a little bit more about what Weis has going on. I do want to also point out, you can always go to centralpennknights.com to check out all of our live stats as well as our schedules. So you can check out the baseball schedule that has been recently announced. We'll look forward to that.
So we could confirm Paul Percy did foul out on that. So that's 2 Knights that fouled out.
Still no loud. I'm confused on senior night, unless there's an injury. At this point, that seems to be the only logical
thing that
explanation.
sucks is the Knights bench is getting really thin now with 2 foul outs now, and
all the way. Big basket there from Michael Vanderwoody. And at this point, they have to go to Wilson, Harrison, or Dockens. And Cruz does come up with it. They have the trailer here with Callahan wide open from the outside. Harrison, top of the key. Needed that basket. Blanding-Dockens, what a putback. It's going to come down to the last 5 minutes here, Parker. 63 apiece. What a rejection. 2 blocks, but unfortunately the Knights couldn't come up with it. They're going to get Cruz. And another go to the line. This is the thing. You cannot have these ticky-tack fouls when you're in the bonus.
You cannot. And their leading scorer is at the line, Paul. Bobby Vanderwoody.
He takes that first free throw.
Give him 25 for the night right now.
This is a back and forth contest. Vanderwoody hits them both. 65, 63, 4:55 left. What can the Knights dig deep? Blanding-Dockens, the fadeaway. And back to tie, 65 apiece. Vanderwoody, back to Vanderwoody. Sets up the screen. Off balance shot. Wilson the rebound. Harry.
Although they called the foul, I think, on Christendom. I thought they called carry, Paul.
And that's going to be on Vanderwoody. Bobby Vanderwoody. That should be his 4th. And Harrison misses the tech.
Isn't that the coach's because of second tech goal? I thought that if it's 2, you're done.
I don't know that. I'm not exactly sure what happened there.
But missing that is not good.
No. Nonetheless, it's still Knights ball. 4:24 left, tied at 65.
Did you say that one was on Bobby Vanderwoody?
I believe so.
If it was on him, that's only his 2nd.
Okay.
Luke Vanderwoody has 3, and then Michael Vanderwoody has 4.
We got to get Harrison going here. Callahan looking for Wilson. He puts it on the floor. Hook shot. And the Knights crowd shows their love for Cameron Wilson. No bigger cheerleader than Khalil Dukes, who fouled out early on.
That's senior leadership, Paul.
And Wilson can't convert the 3-point play. Michael Vanderwoody from downtown. Wow, what a shot. incredible shot as Christendom has a 1-point lead. Gallowang. Gallowang looking for some help here. 14 on the shot clock. Cruz barely is able to hold on to it. It's under 10. Somebody's got to get ready to shoot. 5 seconds. And a steal. Gallowang, a key turnover. And good defense from Harrison, but can't stop the putback. Now it's 70-67, and I think Coach Kenton's got to either call a timeout or have some type of play ready. Gallowang the turnover. Blanding-Dockens able to play some good defense. Cruz kicked it out to Harrison to Gallowang for 3. Yes! Huge basket for the senior. What a game, Parker.
That was a huge hit.
From downtown, no good. Big rebound from Cruz.
It's called jump ball.
Cruz has got to get that ball out of there. Timeout, Christendom. My gosh. Cruz has got to get that ball out of there and find an outlet. That's just a really, really poor turn of events there for Central Penn. Well, Parker, I'll tell you, if it's not the most exciting game that I've seen in recent memory, it's certainly one of them. 70-70, Knights have a chance to not only send the 3 seniors out with a victory, to get Coach Kenton his first home victory, and to really end the season against one of their key rivals in Christendom. The Knights have got to do anything in their power to finish this game off. The question remains, why is Donnell Loud not in this game? He was he played very well in the first half. Of course, Cameron Wilson's playing excellent. I want to take nothing away from Cameron Wilson. But Loud hasn't seen the floor in a senior night the whole second half.
That's why you wonder, Paul, is there some sort of injury that we don't know about? Did something happen? But he's on his feet. He's still, usually if someone's hurt, you would think they would have their something on, or I don't see anything visible that looks hurt.
Well, that will be one of the questions that we will try to follow up with after the game.
But I will say, they're going to have to somehow stop Bobby Vanderwoorden in these last 2.5 minutes, Paul. He has 29.
And there he is. The pull-up jumper, no good. Wilson the rebound. And Harrison brings the ball up. Caroline hit that massive three-pointer. And Wilson puts it on the floor. Looking for Callowang again. He had the shot, didn't take it. And they're going to go back inside to Wilson.
And Loud just put his shirt on, Paul. I wonder if he did get injured.
Callowang way off balance. That's just not the shot you're looking for in a tie ball game under 2 minutes. And good D there from Cruz. Who can come up with the shot that we need to win this game?
Can we get another buzzer beater, Paul? Like
Cruz from downtown, no good. 1 minute, 30 seconds left. This game is tied at 70. And wide open from the outside, no good, as Bauer comes up empty. Can Harrison do something here? He has Blanding-Dockens underneath. The fadeaway jumper, no good. There's just nobody under the basket. Nobody under the basket for those offensive rebounds for the Knights on those last 2 possessions. And here we go. All the way, and that gives with 1 minute left. The Knights trail by 2.
And that puts Vanderwoody over 30.
What can the Knights do? They have to score. And comes up empty. And they are going to get Blanding-Dockens. And
here comes Darnell.
Well, guess what? Blanding-Dockens fouled out. Just lots of questions here about Loud's playing time in the second half. He's coming back in the game, and that's good to see that he's coming back in the game, but it's hard to speculate on why Loud has not played at all in the second half.
He makes a difference making the paint, blocking shots and all, Paul. I mean, him coming in now is also crucial too, because he could.
Well, and if somehow this game goes to overtime, you have to think Loud's going to be key.
Yes.
Well, I think it's safe to say that Keon Blanding-Dockens, the Knightly News Player of the game, 21.7 rebounds, 8 for 18, and 4 for 5 from the line.
With 21 points.
21 points, but this game's far from over. Although, what happens here could dictate the rest of the game here. As Vanderwoody misses the first.
That's crucial, Paul. And that'll keep it a one-possession game.
Here's your problem. Blanding-Dockens, Dukes, and even Manzejo are your three-point, sharpshooters. I'd say at this point, Harrison and Callahan are probably the two best three-point shooters, but you don't really have a lineup you're looking for here with two bigs out on the floor. Now, he does make the second. Now, they don't need a three here. Do not force a three. 45 seconds, Knights trail by 3. Going down inside the Loud. And then if they go to... That's going to remain Knights basketball. I can't believe that Christendom didn't go after that ball. At this point, you may seriously have to think about shooting a three. I think they're going to try to spring Harrison. Callahan almost turns it over. Cruz to Callahan. They got 10 on the shot clock. They got to find a shot here. Callahan has got to do something. Shoot it! And they can't do it. And that is going to do it for the Knights. Most likely. Wilson can barely walk. Oh. And the bottom line is, Parker, listen, I do take nothing away from Central Penn. They played their hearts out. The bottom line was too many fouls in the second half. Khalil Dukes, Keon Blanding-Dockens, and Bercy Manzejo all fouled out of this contest. And if any one of them were in this game, it could have been entirely different. Again, big performances from Cameron Wilson and Keon Blanding-Dockens, and a clutch 3 from Callahan in his final game. But the bottom line is, it's going to be, unless something miraculous happens, Parker, too little, too late.
The way they're talking too, Paul, looks like they're calling a fragrant foul on Central Penn too.
Unfortunately, I didn't.
Either that or there might have been a tech on Central Penn.
Well, and the problem with that, he did miss the first, but the problem with that is, even with 1 point, now it's now a 2-possession game with only 15 seconds left, you're immediately going to foul with Christendom having the ball. You're still down 2 possessions. He missed them both. And gosh, that is not, and the Knights are going to call a timeout here.
And that's Bobby Vanderwoody too, Paul, the star shooter for Christendom tonight, missed 2. And it's still a one-score game.
You have to foul, though, or else they're going to run the clock out. So short of having them miss 2, you're still going to be, a 2-possession game.
With your star shooters all on the bench with fouling out. I'll tell you what, Paul, I can't remember to tell you the last game I saw or called where 3 people fouled out in one game on the same team.
I don't believe I've ever seen that.
So that's something we could add to the Central Penn record books too. Seems like you and me call games, we get to the end of that.
I don't ever recall more than, I think I do remember a ladies game a few years back where there was 2 foul outs, but 3 people fouling out. Not only that, 3 of the top Knights. Now it's hard to imagine what Coach Kenton's drawing up, but I'm assuming they're going to want to foul instantly. And again, because of the foul situation, they're going to go to the line for 2. 73-70, Knights trail. I'll tell you, they've given their all, and we support them all the way, but gosh, it's too little too late. I hope I'm wrong. I hope somehow the Knights pull off a miracle.
This is where you need Darnell Loud to come up to get a quick rejection or something. That's what the...
No foul, and they do. 12 seconds left, and Vanderwoody just missed those 2 techs. Got to wonder if that's still in his head.
Need the Knights fans to get loud here.
Certainly an exciting send-off to the season. Of course, we'll be back here with you next year for men's and women's Knights basketball, but this is our final broadcast of the season. So I want to thank, as it goes to a 2-possession game, I want to thank you, Parker, who called several games this season. We were happy to have you as Coach Kent calls timeout. Also want to thank Brian Christiana for his work this year. We also had Dalton Kohler on early in the season. So I want to thank all of those individuals, as well as Nightly News producer. This will be his last basketball game as part of our broadcast team, but Noah Lopez will also be part of our baseball crew. And again, a thanks to Alex Foley for taking on some of the production duties and will be with us moving forward for basketball next season. So we want to thank Noah and Alex. We want to thank Dalton. We want to thank Parker. We want to thank Brian. And what else is there to say other than this has been a heck of a contest to end out the season? But again, unless something miraculous happens, the Knights are going to come up short yet again here.
And it's a heartbreaker, Paul. But I think the million-dollar question is, why was it so late for Darnell Loud coming in the second half?
That will be something that I'm sure we get to the bottom of. But long story short, the Knights, stranger things have happened. Let's just say that. Regardless, Vanderwoody is still going to have a second free throw to potentially put them up 5. The Knights would definitely need a 3 to get to within 2, because then you're going to foul. And Vanderwoody makes both. It's a 5-point deficit.
You got to get down the floor.
Cruz, he's just trying to take it. And quick to Wilson. And a timeout for Christendom. Problem is they will have 2 free throws. .1, 75-72. Quick bucket, I mean, that's exactly what you wanted, but I would have liked to have seen a 3 there. Again, with only 12 seconds left, you're taking the first shot you get. I don't fault the Knights for that, but the problem with that is if you don't take the 3, now what's happening is you're going to immediately foul. They're going to go to the line for 2, and if they even make 1, you're back at a 2-possession game with only 6 seconds left.
At least if you sink the 3, it gives you a little bit of a breather.
Correct.
But then the other problem is too, Paul, Central Penn gets the ball back, you only have 6 seconds to get into a 3-point, and that's going to be an off-balance shot.
Well, and there's going to be time coming off the clock to foul.
Yep.
So at best, you're probably looking at about 5 seconds. Parker, yeah, I got to just say, before we get out of here, it has been a pleasure to call games with you. I'm looking forward to, getting to continue calling games with you. Coming out for some baseball games?
I will be. You had me on. I think I'm on with you for community night.
Nice. Well, I'm looking forward to that. We'll also have Steve Hassinger out with us this year, too. Knights need to foul immediately. Cameron Wilson just throws him to the ground.
Well,
definitely an unorthodox way to get a foul call and have no time off on the clock. I gotta say, I don't know if I've ever seen something quite like that before. Just throwing somebody to the ground.
Christendom coach looks just as confused too.
You're really not supposed to be doing that.
No. So that's what I wonder if they want to call him. Is he looking for a fragrance?
I think the game. We've seen so many strange things tonight.
Now the question is, do they foul the right guy who's not good from the free throw line? Pretty much.
And Luke Ross hits the first and extends the lead to 2 possessions.
And that might be the dagger, Paul.
I can't imagine how it's not. And Ross hits the second. And this has just got to be a home run pass. And Harrison's got to shoot it. From downtown, almost hits it. Cruz can't make it. And Loud almost hits it. But, listen, the Knights do come up short on senior night, but I gotta be honest with you, Parker. This was a back and forth contest. The Knights played a complete game. In the end, the fouls just caught up to them when they had 3 of their best players fouled out of the contest. There's not a whole lot you're going to be able to do there. But again, you got to give all the credit in the world to the Knights and Christendom too. They started off hot. When they got to the second half, they just lost that stroke, but they played tough, gritty basketball, and congratulations to them on a big win. Knights unfortunately fall to 1-20 on the season with 1 more game this Saturday night. So it's a tough pill to swallow. And of course, we will go to Manor College this Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Parker, any final thoughts?
But it's a heartbreaking loss on senior night, Paul. The Knights played tooth and nail to the end, but when your three players get foul out, it's really hard to pull out a victory at that. But they fought to the end as best as they can. Like you said, Christendom played a great game too. Bobby Vanderwoody, stellar game with 33 points, but Central Penn held in there as well. Hey, the last few games we had, this was the most exciting game we called.
No question, no question.
So they definitely gave us a show, and best of luck to our seniors. I wish them the best in their future endeavors.
All right, well, Parker, thank you so much for joining us this season. We look forward to having you back for baseball. Everybody out there, thank you so much for watching our broadcast. We couldn't and wouldn't do it without you. And again, one more shout out to Weis for being our sponsor for basketball this season. That's going to put a bow on Central Penn Knights basketball here in the 25-26 season. We wish the best of luck to Danelle Loud, Isaac Callalang, and Khalil Dukes. Unfortunately, the Knights fall to Christendom 77-72 on senior night. But hey, all we can say is